on 2K TV postseason. We break down some head-to-head matchups in our road to the finals.
Hello and welcome everyone to another exciting edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. It's New York and Philadelphia. So Philadelphia will get the first possession. So the New York starting five, they've got Michael Jordan. Shaquille O'Neal is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Irving in the point guard position.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
The kick outside to Butler. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Butler's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Jordan. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
New York on D. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. It's Harden with the drive. Passes to Leonard. Got it. Good job in the low post. Leonard's got his first bucket in this one. And so it's New York with it. Here's Jordan, and he dunks it down.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
It's Harden with the drive. Over to the wing. Paul kicks to Harden. Clock at 6. The fadeaway. And the shot no good, a bit short.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Curry against Paul. Paul with the steal. To the paint. Here's Leonard. And there's the call on James. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Paul goes in. Harden has a wide open look. Another miss by Harden. And so here is New York. LeBron with it. And it's Harden picking him up. Jordan the pass to Curry. Dishes it to LeBron. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Whoa. That'll wake you up. My goodness.
Is he an athlete or what?
No doubt about it. It's almost as if he lives in the air, and dunks like that have become quite commonplace.
Now here's Paul. A three-pointer is right on target. Paul's got himself on the board with 3 there.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
LeBron is doubled. And so here is Philadelphia. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Gasol, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
and surprisingly a firm throwdown. And that's a little bit out of character, Kevin.
It is, Greg. You're right. He's got plenty of size to attack the basket, but Clark rarely does.
Well, he certainly attacked it that time, Kevin. I mean, that's what they want to see more from him.
Now, here's Gasol. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Paul goes in. Shaq against Gasol. Just 5 on the clock. Fires from 14. New York trailing. Kicks to Curry. From past the arc. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
LeBron drives in.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was also safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be, remove all doubt on that attack.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Here's Jordan. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's on Jimmy Butler. New York shooting their first free throws of the game. And so Jordan nails both of them.
He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throws. Beautiful to watch.
And it's Paul penetrating. And Shaq pulls it down. And a wide open look for Jordan. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. That's now 8 points for Jordan.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Philadelphia ahead, up by 2. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. So up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first. And so here is New York, trailing by 2. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And New York looking at who they've got. They've got Irving. LeBron James is out there with Shaquille O'Neal. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Jordan in the shooting guard position. 6 on the shot clock. And Westbrook, here we go. Goes up the baseline. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And so it's New York with it. Curry. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Curry's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for New York. Outside Westbrook. Plays it up and banks it in.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
All indications, Greg, are that this game is going down to the wire. I mean, I'd be surprised, actually shocked, if it ended any other way.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put
to pull away. Out of bounds, New York takes possession.
You know, that's hard to explain that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Kenneth Faried for Leonard. And Van Exel subbed in for Kyle Korver. Westbrook against Curry. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. Both teams deciding to change it up. And so Westbrook makes them both. New York with the ball. Trailing by 2. James. Kenneth Faried grabs the board.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game. Nice effort on the alley-oop, but probably not a good choice.
Yeah, it looked good initially, but then broke down just as quickly.
Shot is off. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. And here we go. Look at that.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey. He's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one, although if he missed it, I might have. And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Leonard attacking. It's rebounded by New York.
This is not the slam dunk contest. You don't get do-over. You got to finish the job.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
They set the pick. Westbrook kicks to Van Exel. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Shoots from the baseline. And he nails the jumper. Leonard's got the lead up to 4 now for Philadelphia. To the middle. Here's Bird. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got 3 assists now in this one.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Count that one. Van Exel's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Ewing's checked in for O'Neal. Durant comes in for Irving. And Kobe is subbed in for Jordan. And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Marcus All's checked in for Reed. Butler comes in for Leonard. James Harden, he's checked in for Van Exel. And it's Paul in for Russell Westbrook. Harden sets the pick for Paul. The shot is off. Great D that time from Durant. New York trails by 3. Here's Bird. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's Harden. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Right side, Butler. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Quick hands on the steal, and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Now, here is Harden. Wiggins, a screen on Bryant. It's Harden with the drive. And we've reached halftime in this one. Philadelphia leads by 7. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. And now the third quarter about to get going. What a game we're seeing from Michael Jordan.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
Paul out there with Harden. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Butler in the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Here's Gasol. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
So New York ends up going with the new group. New York trails by 7. Here's James. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And it's 8 points for LeBron.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
And it's a big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've gotten the ball in the paint, good things have happened.
New York shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And so Jordan nails both of them. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Gasol a screen. It's Harden with the drive. And it's Shaquille O'Neal with the foul. That's his first foul. On the wing, Harden, guarded by Jordan. Paul outside. 6 to shoot. Here's Harden. O'Neal with the rebound. O'Neal's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Butler with the steal. There's the lob to the hoop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
Nothing but money for them to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
Harden outside. Down low. Leonard. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play. Philadelphia shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. New York trails by 5. It's LeBron with the drive. Irving for 3. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got his 4th assist in this one. Here's Leonard. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
They get a hand on it. Outside Curry. From deep. And again, New York with the triple.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
Just 3 to shoot. Shot from the wing. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
New York calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Wiggins is checked in. New York trailing. Curry with a wide open look. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. And that's 12 points for Steph Curry.
Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just are not letting up at all.
Here's Irving. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Philadelphia trails by 4. Philadelphia moving the ball around. And Butler, here we go. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Some really terrific numbers for Butler. 9 points and 1 steal as well.
Philadelphia shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. Russell Westbrook in for Paul. And so Butler nails both of them. New York calls timeout.
You know, I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
Larry Bird's checked in for Steph Curry. And so it's New York with it. A 2-point game. And LeBron James gets it to go.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
And slam dunk by Jordan.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden one.
Wiggins outside. The shot and game clock separated by 4. 5 to shoot. Here's the screen. Another miss by Philadelphia. Here's Jordan. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's off. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? New York ahead. They're up by 6. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th.